Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the business world. Today we're diving into a recent filing from Dynatrace Inc. We'll see if their latest moves are as exciting as avoiding a software glitch at midnight. In this video, we're looking at how Dynatrace is changing the rules of the game, specifically how directors get elected and what happens if they don't win. It's like a corporate version of Survivor, but with more board meetings. Before we get started, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below so you can get even deeper into financial discussions. Let's kick things off with a look at what Dynatrace is changing up. They've updated their company rules, what they call their bylaws. Think of bylaws as the instruction manual for how the company runs. And this updated manual has some changes about how directors are elected and what happens afterward. The company's leaders, called the board of directors, made these changes. These folks are like the captain steering the Dynatrace ship, and they all agreed that it was time for a change. These new rules are officially called the Fourth Amended and Restated Bylaws, or Fourth A&R Bylaws for short. It sounds like a legal mouthful, but think of it as the fourth time they've updated their operations manual, and this update is effective immediately, meaning as of July 5, 2025, these are the rules they play by. Here's the main change. They are moving to a majority voting standard for when they have the normal amount of candidates. This means that when it's time to elect directors, each person running needs to get more yes votes than no votes to win a seat on the board. It's like a regular election where you need over 50% to win. Now, here's where it gets a little different. If it's a contested election, meaning there are more people running than there are seats available, then they go back to what's called a plurality voting standard. Think whoever gets the most votes wins, kind of like a popularity contest, only with serious business implications. So how do they decide if an election is contested? It's pretty simple. If before the election there are more candidates than open spots on the board, then it's a contest. If not, then it's a regular election where candidates need to win by a majority. Here's an interesting part. If a director doesn't get enough votes to be re-elected, they have to offer to resign, meaning they have to give up their spot on the board. It's like saying, I didn't win, so should I leave? And they have to offer to do so. This only happens in the normal election, not when there's more candidates than positions. So what happens if a director offers to resign? Well, a special committee on the board looks at it and makes a recommendation. This committee is called the Nominating and Corporate Governance Committee. They are the referees of this boardroom drama. After they get the committee's advice, the whole board decides what to do. And get this, they have to tell everyone what they decided within 90 days. So the company has to publicly share whether they accepted the resignation, rejected it, or decided to do something else. Now, this is just a quick summary. If you really want to get into the nitty-gritty details, you can read the full text of the Fourth Amended and Restated Bylaws. It's included as an exhibit in this filing. Speaking of exhibits, let's take a quick look at what else is included. Apart from what we already covered with the bylaws, there are also interactive data files, which, to put it simply, are ways of presenting the same information in a format that computers can easily read and analyze. Now, let's zoom out and look at what this all means for Dynatrace. These changes to their bylaws are all about making sure directors are really supported by the people who own the company, the stockholders. By making it harder to get onto the board, Dynatrace is trying to ensure that those in charge have a solid mandate. The process of offering resignation adds another layer of accountability because it forces a discussion about whether a director who fails to win majority support should really stay on the board. However, it can be argued that the changes won't really change much. Directors who aren't re-elected are unlikely to want to stay anyway, so this just formalizes an expected process. The company's future performance will depend on whether these governance tweaks really lead to better decision making. It's all about fine-tuning to stay competitive. Alright, that's our breakdown of Dynatrace's latest changes to how they choose their leaders. What's your take on these moves and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives into the corporate world. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.